But welcome everybody. It's good to be here and be here with all of you. And I think we'll give it another second. But Rod, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I was lamenting to Renuke recently this morning. The training was awful yesterday, and I'm still suffering from it. So, and then after this, I have to go train again. So I'm not looking forward to it today. But it's a daily thing. Some days are better than others.
Well, despite looking at me, I used to do CrossFit, and it's not nearly the same. I think endurance training is much different than high intensity interval training. But just the thinking of, gosh, I'm going to go, do something that's going to make me lie on the ground for 30 minutes afterwards. It's daunting.
Yes. Yeah, it's like on days where it's like what I do is this thing. It's called. There's different ways to do endurance training. The one I'm doing is called 80-20. So 20% of it is high intensity, and the rest is long and slow. And yesterday was not just high intensity. I was trying to experiment with my energy intake, my nutrition, and I wanted to understand how long I can go without any. And I really hurt myself. I was really stupid. But now I have a better understanding of it. But I came back from the second part of it, and I was in the shower, and I had to text my wife, like, please bring me water and amino acids or something, because I was feeling awful. Anyway, it was, and I'm still hurting today. I still don't feel right. So I have to do.
Well, the last thing I'll mention, and then we can kind of get started. It's very interesting, and I tried it for a little bit. It was the results that I experienced, but it's very obsessive compulsive because you have to weigh and measure everything. But anyway, we'll now get into it, I think. And as we typically like to do, I just want to, give everybody a brief overview of why we're here and what the Divi project is. And the Divi project has been around since 2017, and the blockchain itself has been up and running successfully, continually since September of 2018. The goal of Divi is to make crypto easy and accessible for everyone, everywhere. And recently, less recently, we've been tuning up our wallet. We'll probably learn more about that perhaps today, but also the Divi DeFi platform, which is an ongoing process. But with that being said, I think that's, of course, if there are questions about any of that, raise your hand. But otherwise, I think we can get started.
Cool. I will take the baton here. I think we're going to continue talking about the DAO. It's super important. We really want to get it up and running. We really want to make sure that it's understood that the foundation and the development of the blockchain, and the associated coin, and anything else we do that's really core related is truly separate and understood to be separate from Labs, which is developing a wallet. It's our basic. It's the one we all use and are familiar with. But we really want to make it understood that those are separate things, and the DAO is really what's going to be driving that. So this is again an invitation, verbal invitation from me to join the DAO. There are blog posts about how to do it, but you can also go into the Discord channel. And the very first post talks about how to do it. You can also ask questions in general if you want. I'm happy, me or Cannon or somebody who's already part of the DAO can help you be part of it. I think we have Cannon. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like we have 50 members, but maybe it's 30. I can't quite remember the number. We'd like to see way more participation. So please. All you need to do right now is own one eDivi and join the Snapshot platform. That's all you need to do right All that we're voting on right now is the system of governance that we want to have in place. So far, it's not in place yet, but so far what we have is we've decided that we're voting for a system by which you still need to own one eDivi. But in order to vote, you need a voting NFT. And in order to make a proposal, you need a proposing NFT. And the voting and proposing NFTs have power related to your vault. So whatever vault you have, starting from copper up, it improves the power of your vote, but not by double or anything like that. So like having the top level NFT improves your voting power by only 20%. This is kind of the idea there is to find some medium by which it's not just power of the whales, but it's also not just so easy to get into that it can be abused. So it feels like a middle way. There's enough friction to getting involved that abusing it is not easy to do or not to your advantage very much. And whales can't just go stomping around and do whatever they want. So hopefully it's somewhere in the middle. Keeping in mind, whales, of course, we've seen our whales with us for a long time. They're all, the ones that I know are all 100% Divi. So I'm not actually personally worried about that. It's just more of optics. So we really want to find this happy medium. I think that's really what we're going for there. So anyway, that's all all we voted on so far on how we want the governance to work. So we've got about 5 or 6 more things we need to vote on, but I don't want to keep doing one at a time. Unfortunately, this next one kind of is a key to opening up doing more than one vote at a time. Because we want to talk about whether the voting NFTs and proposing NFTs that are purchasable. So I left that out, that there's 2 ways to get these NFTs. One is to just own a vault, and the other is to just buy them directly. And then the question becomes are the ones that are associated with the vault, those get burned when you take down your vault. So those will live or die based on whether or not your vault is up. The purchased ones, we need to understand, or we need to kind of decide whether those burn after they're used. And we need to decide that before we figure out how much they cost, because the burning of the NFTs is more about like how we want to people to operate with them. Like if you buy them and you own no NFTs and they're very cheap, or if you just buy them, do we want people to just be able to do that and not actually have any connection to the Divi project and just be able to vote forever? So I wanted to associate this problem with not so much a financial issue, but more of a how it works with the DAO issue. Once we've decided whether NFTs burn, the purchase NFTs burn after use, then we can start talking about what they look like and how much they cost and all that kind of stuff. So that's what the next one's going to be. We'll put that up today. And then the voting on that one will start on Sunday. So you got still some time to join the DAO. You cannot vote on a proposal after it has been put up if you've not already joined the DAO. So if you want to vote on burning NFTs in this case, join the DAO before Sunday, and then you can vote on it. After that, we're going to be voting on a number of things, like what is the cost? That's the very next one we'll do for purchased NFTs, both the voting and the proposing. Then we need to do more things than our current platform that we have is capable of doing. So, for example, the platform we're on right now is really about putting up a proposal and voting, but having a DAO is more than that. So we really want to be able to have a conversation about proposals and so forth. That's not really just on Discord. We want it together. There are some smart contracts that get put together that actually enable the proposals to act upon, so there's not people in the way. So there's a couple of projects out there that allow that. We could vote on them. And you start looking if you want. One's called Colony, another one is Aragon, and there's a few more. We could also build our own smart contracts that do all this, and our own platform. There's an expense to that, of course. So that's something we want to talk about and discuss. How do the funds get aggregated and sent out? Should the proposal rate be time limited? So, for example, if it's cheap to get a copper, do you want a copper level proposal? Do you want to allow people to spam 1,000 proposals a day? What is the rate? Is there a rate? And then we also want to vote on what the NFTs look like. So we'll come up with a couple of examples and we'll vote on that. So those are some of the examples, and we can do more than after we decide if they burn or not. We can do more than one of those at a time, and then there'll be more later. One thing to keep in mind with the DAO is whatever we vote on today can be changed later. It's part of the DAO. So it's like in a year or 2 years, maybe you don't like the platform that we chose. You can change it. This is what DAOs are good for. It's like there's nothing set in stone with the DAO. Somebody can make a proposal to change things later. But this is what we're just trying to get so we can get up and running, get this out of the hands of Divi personnel, and get moving along to actually be the autonomous organization that it should be. So that's it of my blabbering on DAO and what the next vote will be and kind of what it looks like after that. Are there any questions?
I have a few questions, like two, I guess. For the buying of NFTs, is that buying proposals and buying the ability to vote?
Yeah.
Okay. Because to me, it's almost two separate things. And then if they burn, that means if you do a proposal, the NFT disappears. You have to buy another one to be able to do another proposal.
Unless you own a vault. If you own a vote, your NFT will stay there forever, for as long as the vault is up. But yeah, purchase. The idea is the thing we're voting on is if you buy an NFT for voting or proposing, whether or not that NFT burns afterward.
Okay, gotcha. All right, that was my main clarification. Thank you.
So if there are not more questions, then we can move on to the next one. So there was I don't know if everybody caught it. There's a tweet about the KS Club that they'll be accepting NFTs. That's what's on my mind right now. They'll be accepting Divi. And we have someone from KS Club here, I think. There he is. I'm hoping he'll turn into a speaker. And tell me how he wants to be introduced.
I did invite.
Yeah, I see him.
Chaos Club.
And I see him there. He's a listener. If you can turn him into a speaker, I bet he can speak.
The invitation has been set. And maybe there he goes.
There we go. Hey!
Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing.
I know he's muted.
Welcome.
Oh, no, he's not.
Chaos. According Club. Coming in hot.
How do you want us to refer to you as a name?
We are the Chaos Coin Club. We're coming in hot. Chaos. We've got a plan. We've got a master plan.
Well, why don't you tell us about that?
Master plan. We've got a sale of some upcoming NFTs. First collection is going to be minted on the Bitcoin blockchain. Bitcoin ordinals, Bitcoin NFTs. Going to be purchasable with Divi. Going to be purchasable with Bitcoin. But where's the alpha? We're going to be bringing in the alpha at the pre-sale. Big discount on the pre-sale, but we're going to do a double discount for the Divi holders. Pre-sale discount plus the Divi discount. Big discount. Bringing in the alpha. Coming in hot.
Okay. So this how exactly is Divi just for purchasing? Access into. Why don't you tell us what Chaos Club is?
Chaos Club is starting off with a collection of beautiful NFTs. We're working with an artist from Japan, super talented dude. Dude's crazy. He's doing this digital graffiti art style stuff. He's been spraying this chaos cube all over Tokyo, all over Japan, all over the world. Been putting it up on beautiful big walls. But we want to help him spray it all over the blockchains, multiple blockchains. We're going to start off on the Bitcoin blockchain, and our store has the capability to accept either Bitcoin or Divi for payment.
Awesome. And so this sounds like something like you, I don't know if you saw about some of the not expectations, that's the wrong word, but like some of the things that we had said, or Nick had said in the post recently about like, hey, whatever you're doing, try to do it with Divi. Did that help you along with kind of deciding to do this?
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, because there's not too many use cases for the layer 1 Divi at the moment, we wanted to build one.
Awesome. I guess that does that. I guess this does that. Cool. Anything else you want to kind of talk about with Chaos Club?
We've got a roadmap, and we've got an email sign-up list. And we would encourage everyone that wants to get in on the double alpha to come to the list. Double alpha. No. Yes.
All right. Anybody else have some questions for Chaos Club?
How long will the pre-sale NFTs be viewable?
The pre-sale will last approximately 2 weeks. It will be announced pretty soon, but you can have an email sign-up list to get the 48-hour heads up before the public announcement. And then we're going to be distributing the NFTs at the end of the month for the pre-sale, and then the regular sale will begin. The regular sale will not have the same discount as the pre-sale, but the Divi buyers will still be able to get a discount. It won't be as juicy as the pre-sale discount plus the Divi discount, but it'll still be juicy.
Nice. Where do we go to participate?
I will post a link in this conversation, and also there's a link on our profile.
Awesome. All right, you guys heard it. You can participate with that. You can use Divi. You get a huge discount right now. So I guess, Chaos Club, if you got anything more you want to blurt out there?
Just want to say thank you because we love the Divi community.
Nice. All right, thanks. Cool. We'll follow up with a tweet and some details beyond the spaces here. With a little bit more details on how you can benefit from this written down. I'll also put it in the Discord. All right, cool. All right, thanks, Chaos Club. Appreciate it. Oh, you're muted. Bye.
Keep it up.
Okay, cool. All right, so that was that. The next one is, all right, so the last thing I wanted to talk about today was introducing the idea of a dev journal. I think, I don't know if you follow some other projects or games in particular, not necessarily crypto projects, but what they often have is a public dev journal. Where they'll post in, the recent progress, some of the things that they're thinking about, maybe the challenges. And honestly, I think if we had that over these last few months, you guys would have actually been able to have a little bit more view on, what road, what walls we're bumping into and what things we're happy about, because there was a lot over these last few months to enjoy in terms of development and where our progress was. So we're going to start this thing called a dev journal. You can look up dev journals and you'll see a bunch all over. Sometimes it's just on Reddit. Sometimes they have a special platform. We are revamping our forum to be our dev journal in various respects. One will be the development side, and some of it will be on the testing side. And the testing is broken out also into core, mobile wallet and desktop wallet. So I'm introducing it today. Next week we're going to try to have it available. I'm not going to promise next week, but maybe the week after. But this is our target, is to get this done next week. I'll have a blog post about it, and then you can follow that along there also to see how we're doing on the technical side for different parts of our of development in terms of the wallet, our back end, and so forth. And you can see, you'll be hearing directly from people on the tech team on that development. So that's the dev journal. That's hopefully that will help enlighten and elucidate what goes on there, and it's not like this black hole that you just hear about. So hopefully you guys will take a look in there once in a while. Again, there'll be a tweet, there'll be a blog post and so forth introducing it. But I'm talking about it today, which will also kind of put a fire under our butts to make sure it gets out either this coming week or the one after. Any questions on Dev Journal? So that's going to wrap up today.
Well, I had a question for everybody listening that's not necessarily about the Dev Journal. So if you have questions about that, please raise your hand. In terms of the YouTube video that you may or may not have noticed pop up on our YouTube channel, I think it was on Sunday. It might have been Easter. But I was going to encourage everybody to share any thoughts, suggestions, or feedback that they have on that video, because it's a work in progress, and we got something up, and we're happy with it, and we're proud. But if there's something that could be improved upon, we are interested in your suggestions. The Voice did most of that. I would give him credit for doing most of that video, but if there's things that we can tweak or improve, we're all ears, or I'm all ears at least.
Maybe maybe people haven't seen it. Maybe we can put a link to it down below and then ask again next week.
Well, 327 people have seen
it. Maybe they're not here.
Actually. No, some people YouTube is their preferred platform, and that's where they get a lot of their information. And maybe that's not the people who are here on Twitter, but yeah, we're definitely interested in tweaking it if it needs to be tweaked or improved. Maybe Mike has some suggestions for me.
I really don't. All I was going to say is, like, the people on here aren't going to the YouTube link because we're already on here. So.
Yeah, that's what I suspected.
It's good. If you notice, I did there's chapters. So like there's the introduction section, the update on the project, the discussing the benefits, the Q&A, which is what I think everybody was wanting before, which was little sound bites. So you can just send somebody to that section. So if I can improve that, just let me know.
Cool. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up for today then.
All right, so I had one last question about the DAO NFT vote.
Go ahead.
So the proposed buy proposal NFTs versus buying vote NFTs. Can we vote on whether they burn as two separate decisions?
You know what? That's a good idea. I'll make it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
All righty.
Thank you for speaking up, Jared.
You guys will.
Talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot.
Have a great rest of your Friday and weekend ahead, and we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks, Chaos Club, for joining us.
Bye now.